Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Di sini kali ini saya akan melakukan sebuah hands-on lagi pada sebuah lab. Sebelumnya perkenalkan nama saya Noval Dipapenarci. Nah, tadi ini adalah sebuah lab yang berjudul Challenge Cafe Lab, Creating a Static Website for the Cafe. Nah, kita start dulu labnya supaya nunggu sampai hijau. Challenge Lab Creating a Static Website for the Cafe. Skenario nya di sini ada Frank dan Martha, the husband and wife team who own and operate a small cafe business that sells dessert and coffee. Their doctor Sophie and their other employee Nikhil, who is a secondary school student, also work at the cafe. The cafe has a single location in a large city. Okay. The cafe currently doesn't have a marketing strategy. It gains new customers mostly when someone walks by, notice the cafe and decides to try it. The cafe has a reputation for high quality dessert and coffee, but the cafe reputation is limited to people who have visited or who have heard about it from other cafe customers. Sophia suggests to Frank and Martha that they should expand community awareness of what the cafe has to offer. The cafe doesn't have a web presence yet, and it doesn't currently use any cloud computing service. However, that situation is about to change. Lab overview and objective. In this lab, you use Amazon Simple Storage Service, Amazon S3, to build a static website and implement architectural best practice to protect and manage your data. After completing this lab, you should be able to do the following: host a static website by using Amazon S3, implement one way to protect your data with Amazon S3, implement a data lifecycle strategy in Amazon S3, implement a disaster recovery strategy in Amazon S3. At the end of this lab, your architecture should look like the following example. Oke, ini S3 bucket region 1 Amazon S3 CR, dan ada dua bucketnya ya, dua region. Satu bucket region 1 region 2. Kita lihat dulu ya. Note, in this challenge lab you encounter a few tasks where step-by-step instructions are not provided. You must figure out how to complete the task on your own. Duration: this lab requires approximately 60 minutes to complete. 60 minutes, okay. AWS service restriction: in this lab environment, access the AWS service and service action might be restricted to the one that are need to complete the lab instruction. You might encounter error if you attempt to access other service or perform action beyond the ones that are described in this lab. Oke, ini cara akses the AWS Management Console. Nah, kita skip, kita masuk business request for the cafe, launching a static website. Nah, ini challenge pertama, kita akan melaunching static website. Sophia mentioned to Nikhil that she would like to cafe to have a website that visually showcases the cafe offerings. The website would also provide customers with business details such as a location of the store, business hours, and telephone number. Nikhil is happy that he has been asked to create the first website for the cafe. For this first challenge, you take one on the role of Nikhil and use Amazon S3 to create a basic website for the cafe. Task 1: extracting the files that you need for this lab. In this task, you extracting the file first that you need to create a static website. Download. Okay. extract the file to your computer, notice that you have an index.html file and image folder that contains image file. Okay, task 2, create an S3 bucket to host your static website. In this task, you create an S3 bucket and configure it to host your static website. Open an Amazon S3 console, create a bucket in the US East and Virginia US East 1 AWS region to host your static website. Tip: you must clear block all public access and enable ACLS, enable static website hosting on your bucket. Tip: you use the index.html for your index document. Sebentar, kita ekstrak dulu. Kita pindahkan dulu aja ya. Challenge. Kita ekstrak. Dari indeks ada CSR, ada image. Oke. Pertama kita masuk ke AWS. Kita pertama diminta untuk what is it? Kenapa itu? Nah, oke, udah benar. Pertama kita diminta untuk masuk ke S3. Nah, di sana S3 bucket. Kita create bucket. Oh, kita mending buat bucket ya. Create bucket. Lalu kita pilih nama bucketnya, terserah kita apa aja. Cafe website aja. Site, oke. Bucket. Oke. You must clear block all public access and enable ACL. Oh, AWS regionnya udah bener ya, udah sesuai. Lalu object ownership ACL enable object ownership. Oke, kita blok public access setting for the block album. You must clear and enable ACLs. Oke. Nah, ini adalah kita centang konfirmasinya, bucket versioningnya. Oke, kita copy dulu, di sini lo create bucket, create bucket sampai sini. Lalu kita masuk ke selanjutnya, kita copy blok public accessnya, lupa dicentang. Oh, sudah. Create bucket. Namanya tadi siapa? Kita pakai namanya Nick Hill, namanya Nick Hill. Dah, kita coba create. Oh, bisa. Oh, salah, sudah ada Sophia. Oke, sukses. Kita gunakan namanya Sophia 5. Kayaknya kita harus tunduk deh. Nah, dah. Lalu kita pilih, kita masuk. Nah, di sini properties, static website, edit. Lalu kita minta dimilih enable static website hosting on your bucket. Enable. Hosting TP will host a static website. Host static website. Oke, hosting tipenya. Lalu index documentation. Index.html. Roll.html. Lalu kita save change. Oke, successfully. Selanjutnya kita masuk ke task 3, upload content to your S3 bucket. In this task you upload the static file to your S3 bucket. Upload the index.html file and the CSS and image folder to your S3 bucket. In the separate web browser tab, open the endpoint link for your static website. Answering question about the lab. Your answer are evaluated when you choose the blue submit button at the end of the lab. Your answer are evaluated when you choose the blue submit button at the end of the lab. To access the question in this lab, at the top of this instruction, choose AWS detail. Okay. Choose access the multiple choice question link on the page that load. Answer the first question. Question 1. When viewing the website after task 3, do you see that page in the browser? Not leave the question web page open in your tab. Udah, kita lanjut aja dulu lah ya. Task 3, upload content to your S3 bucket. Upload the index.html. Kita diminta untuk upload. Tab object. Terah ini di upload. Sepuh ya. Pilih upload. Add the files and folder you want to upload to S3. To upload a file larger than, use the AWS LE, AWS DK, or Amazon S3 REST API. Drag and drop files and folder you want to upload here to choose add file and add folder. kita masuk sini, kita save, lalu 9. Setelah itu upload. Kita close. Oke, sudah ada. Kita properties, static. Nah, di sini ada linknya juga ya. Sudah ada bucket linknya, kita tes. Forbidden masih belum bisa. Akses denied. Oh, berarti kita belum punya aksesnya. Gak apa-apa. Nah, kita screenshot juga. Screenshot. Kita masuk ke, kenapa ini nggak mau ya? Waduh, oke lah. Ini akses multiple choice, padahal ini soal ya, multiple choice. Nah, task 4, task 4, creating a bucket policy to grant public read access. Frank shared his plan to create many new types of pastries for the cafe. He realized that you need to upload an image for each new dessert that he create and enable public access on each object. You don't want to do this process manually. Instead, you decide to create a bucket policy that automatically make each object public when it's uploaded to the folder. Create a bucket policy that grants read-only permission to public anonymous user by using the bucket policy editor hint. If you get stuck, see the example in the AWS documentation. Confirm that the website for the cafe is now publicly accessible. What? Kita akan membuat publiknya dulu. Oke, kita tes dulu. Ini kita close dulu salah. Forbidden, masalah. Selanjutnya kita akan membuat akses publik. Di tab permission, bucket policy. Ini ada bucket policy. The bucket policy write in JSON provide access to the object store. Edit. Masukkan oh ya, ini sebelumnya kita diminta untuk masuk ke bucket policy. Kita paste di sini. Bucket name-nya kita ganti bucket name-nya apa? Cafe website Sepo iya. Nah, Sepo iya ya tipu. Lalu kita paste, balas, lalu kita ini save change. Nah, lalu save change. Save 14. Selanjutnya kita cek dulu. Oke. Aksesnya sudah kita edit. Kita tunggu loading. Frank and Martha, Moms and Pop. Oke. Dan screenshot dulu. Wih, kita kasih URL juga ya, oke? Save. New business requirement protecting website data challenge 2. You saw Sophia the new website and she's very impressed. Good job. You and Sophia discussed that you will likely need to make many updates to the website as the number of cafe offerings expand. Olivia, an AWS solution architect and regular cafe customer, advise you to implement a strategy to prevent the accidental overwrite and deleting of website object. You already need to make some change to the website, so you decide that this would be a good time to explore object versioning. Task 5, enabling versioning on the S3 bucket. In this task, you enabling version on your S3 bucket and confirm that it works. In the Amazon S3 console, enable versioning on your S3 bucket. Notice that after you enable versioning, you could disable it. In the text editor, open the index.html file. For the example, you could use the Notepad++ or text editor of your choice. Modify the file according to the following instruction. Locate the first line that has an embedded CSS code and change to big color Gainsborough. Locate the line that has the embedded CSS code big color orange in the HTML and change into big color core silk. Locate the second line that has the embedded CSS code big color aquamarine in the HTML and change to big color Gainsborough. Save change. Upload the update file to your S3 bucket. Reload the web browser tab with your website and notice the change. To see the latest version of the index.html file, go to bucket and to show version. You should see both versions of the file list. Return to the browser tab with the multiple choice question for this lab and answering the following question. Question 2. What is the other way to ensure maximum protection and prevent the accidental deletion of the preserved version? Architecture best practice. In this task, you use the technique to implement the architecture best practice of protecting your data. Expand to learn more about it. Oke, kita lanjut. enabling versioning on the S3 bucket. Kita balik lagi ke sini, website. Kita masuk ke properties. Ini ada bucket versioning. Lalu kita pilih edit, kita pilih enable, lalu kita save change. After enabling bucket versioning, you might need to update your lifecycle rules to manage previous version of object. Okay. Save change. Lanjutnya ke kita pasti tadi diminta untuk mengubah CSS kodenya dari BG Color Aquamarine ke BG Color Gainsborough. BG Color Orange in the alternate and change its BG Color coursing. Locate the second line that has embedded CSS code BG Color data and change it to BG Color Gainsborough. Oh ya, coba kita buka dulu ini kode di HTML. Kita cari sini ada BG colornya, kita ganti apa tadi, Aquamarine Gainsborough. Apa tadi? Gainsborough. Ini Aquamarine jadi Gainsborough lagi. Orange jadi corn silk. Orange jadi corn silk. Save. Dah. lalu kita diminta mengedit filenya lagi, add file lagi, kita masuk ke index.html nya, kita open, kita upload. Close. Show version. Nah, di sini ada versi terbaru dari index.html-nya. Kita matikan saja. Lalu coba kita refresh apakah ada perubahan. Nah, tadi di sini berubah ya. Coba kita cek dulu. See? Tadi ini orange, aquamarine, lalu dia berubah menjadi, nah ini ya, berubah jadi abu-abu. Kita copy lagi. Nah, kita lanjut. New business requirement: optimizing cost of Amazon S3 object storage challenge 3. Now that you have enabled versioning, you realize that the size of the S3 bucket will continue to grow as you upload new objects and version. To save costs, you decide to implement a strategy to retire some of those older versions. Task setting lifecycle policy. In this task, you set a lifecycle policy to automatically move older version of the object in your source bucket to S3 standard in frequent access S3 standard EA. The policy should also eventually expire the object. Configure two rules in the website bucket lifecycle configuration to receive full credit. Create two separate rules. Do not configure two transitions in a single rule. In one rule, move previous version of all source bucket object to S3 standard, i.e. bukan AI, IA. After 30 days. In the other rules, delete previous version of the object after 365 days. Hint: you get stuck. See AWS documentation for guidance. Note: to limit the scope of the replication to a particular bucket object, for example the index.html file, create a tag for the object before you create the lifecycle rule. You should now have a lifecycle configuration that moves previous version of your source bucket object to S3 standard, i.e. after 30 days. The policy also permanently delete the objects that are in S3 standard, i.e. after 65 days. Architecture best practice. In this task, you implement the architecture best practice to defining data lifecycle management. Kita masuk ke sini. Kita akan melakukan lifecycle permission. Kita masuk ke management. Nah, di sini ada lifecycle management. Di sini ada lifecycle rules. Create lifecycle rules. Nah, kita masuk ke sini, lalu 20. Create lifecycle rules. Lifecycle rule name. Lifecycle rule name-nya tadi standar IE. Oke, standar IE. Oke. Apply to all objects in the bucket. Ini I acknowledge. Okay. Move previous version. Tentang transition current version of object between store class, transition non-current version of object between store class, expired current version of object, delete expired object. Move previous version object. Different coba kita cari coba kita cari YouTube dulu. Sebentar, cek dulu. Nggak copyright apa ya? Tunggu sebentar. Oke, kita lanjut. Kita pilih ini, I acknowledge. Lalu day after object creation, number of day, transition currently, permanently. Choose transition to move conversion object between storage class between this transition start when the object create and any consequence complete. Coba kita cek lagi ya. Agak pusing di sini. kita milihkan, dia diminta kapan sih? Days. Oke, 13. Oke. Lalu kita di sini create rule. Kita screenshot dulu. Save. 1. Oh, enable. Masuk, kita paste 3. Oke, selanjutnya ini business requirement enhance durability and planning for DR. New business requirement. Okay, the next time Olivia comes to the cafe, you tell her about the update to the website. You describe the measure that you took to protect the website static file from being accidentally overwritten or deleted. Olivia tells you that cross-region replication is another feature of Amazon S3 that you can also use to back up and archive critical data. Task 7, enabling cross-region replication. In this task, you enabling cross-region replication on your source S3 bucket. In a different regional data region for your source bucket, create a second bucket and enabling version on it. The second bucket is your destination bucket. On your source S3 bucket, enabling cross-region replication. When you create an replication rule, make sure that you do the following. Replicate the entire source bucket. Use cafe role for the AWS Identity and Access Management AIM role. These AIM roles give Amazon S3 permission to read object from a source bucket. If you encounter the warning replication rules is safe but it might not work, you can ignore it and process to the next step. On the prompt about replication extending object, choose no. No cafe role has the following permission. This access policy allow the role to perform the replication task on all S3 bucket in a real production environment. You should restrict the policy apply only use source and destination. Return to browser, make the minor change in the HTML file and upload the new version of your source bucket. Verify that source bucket now has 3 versions of the index.html file. Confirm that the new object was replicated to your destination bucket. You might need to reload the browser tab. Go to user bucket and delete the latest version of your object. Okay, kita next. Kita masuk ke bucket. Create bucket. Gimana cara gantinya? Coba kita ganti region dulu. Kalau kita pakai Ohio, kita gunakan create bucket. Ganti ya. General purpose kita nyari tunggu bentar, kita cek dulu. Bagaimana ini? Tunggu sebentar. Nah, ada yang keskip di manajemen. Kita create live screw lagi, kita kasih nama hapus nama versi nama, apply to object bucket, lalu apply. Selalu di sini. Nah, lalu kita create. Save. Masuk ke sini. Create. Refresh. Kita ganti USG2, kita ganti Ohio. Kita create bucket, kita ganti namanya menjadi Hill, kita enable. Oke. Save. Enable 7. Lalu kita create bucket. Lalu kita diminta untuk balik lagi ke Virginia. Ini kita pilih, kita masuk ke manajemen, replication rules, ya, create replication rules. Statusnya enable, oke. Source paket, apply to all. Destination, beristri, kita cafe tujuan adalah Cafe Nihil, choose pet. Ayam roll, cafe roll, terus replicate existing object, pilih no. Coba kita cek lagi. Lalu kita save ya, kita save di sini, kita save room, save 9, source bucket, room, nah kita save. Pilih no. Replicate existing object, pilih no, kita save. 2, kita submit. Oke. Melakukan perubahan minor. Selanjutnya kita akan melakukan perubahan minor yang mana akan kita upload lagi. Open with good. kita upload lagi. Bucket upload, kita add files, kita diminta untuk mengupload ulang agar terlihat upload. Oke. Close. Nah, di sini ada. Nah, ada 3 ya. 2, 3. Lalu kita Shopee Cafe. Nah, lalu kita masuk ke Ohio. Masih lama. Kita masuk ke Cafe Nihil. Nah, di sini ada ya perubahannya yang dari baru kita upload. Nah, ini kan ada versi yang baru kita upload ini ya, yang ada di Cafe Nihil. Yang Cafe Nihil ada di Ohio regionnya. Nah, kita balik lagi ke Virginia, ke website Shopee. Kita mau show version. Kita hapus yang terbaru ini, kita delete. Nah, delete object, close. Sekarang versinya tinggal 2. Nah, lalu kita coba cek yang ada di Cafe Destination Ohio. Di sini di Cafe Nihil kita cek. Nah, dia itu masih ada. Nah, di sini hasilnya masih ada ya. Ini kan adalah objek yang baru kita hapus tadi, tapi di destination dia masih ada. Oke. Kita balik lagi. Nah, setelah itu karena sudah selesai, kita diminta untuk ini, untuk mengakses ini. Tapi kenapa ini nggak bisa ya? nggak bisa diakses. Gimana nggak bisa diakses? Wow. Ini kenapa nggak bisa diakses ya? Apa ini ngaruh ya? Gak ngaruh ya. Kita tunggu atau kita submit aja dulu ya. Kita submit dulu coba. Yes. Gak bisa juga. Kita cek apakah nilainya full atau tidak. Sambil kita tunggu. No. Oh. What is it? Oh, atau mati ya ininya. Oh. Sama aja. Coba kita cek awal. Tuh. Course. Left. nggak bisa ya besok lagi lah ya. Oke, kita submit. Yes. Cannot be reached. Ya sudah, kalau tidak bisa juga sekali lagi. Kita cek awas detailnya, siapa tahu bisa. Apa dia gunain? Coba kita ganti. Apa kita hapus casnya dulu ya? Lama. Harusnya oke, kita end lab. Oke. Mungkin cukup sekian hands on dari saya. Akhirnya wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.